Greetings all, welcome back to BikeSanook channel. Johnny and Kari straight from Thailand, Chonburi province, on a lovely sunny tropical afternoon. The bike today is BMW F 900R, BMW Bavarian Motorworks. They've been building bikes since 1920s. Motorcycle in English, Motorrad in German, Ein, zwei, Polizei. Yes, BMW Motorrad has tons of motorcycle police customers around the world, including Thailand, highway police. F900R is the successor to the previous F800R with a completely new design. In German, you would say Form und Funktion, form and function. I like the side panels especially, and of course the compact size. 17-inch wheels in the front and beefy, powerful looking rear 17-inch wheels as well. Form and function, but maybe not 100% since sitting it's a little bit cramped. But again, this is a naked bike. A roadster, naked bike. Naked means there's no fairing. So it's sort of, for me especially, I'm more like a cruiser guy, so it becomes a little bit cramped, the seating position, and the pegs are a little bit short. So the pegs, quite tight, as you can see. The position, seating position, and the trousers might get stuck in the peg. Here might grab my trouser. Cockpit view, handlebar almost straight. And one of the absolute highlights is the 6.5-inch color display. And very, very solid rear view mirrors, easy to adjust. Some say a bit too small. I'd say they're fine. I've been riding daytime, nighttime, no problem at all. And mirrors are very, very important in riding in Thailand in the night, also doing the lane splitting, filtering daytime as well. Mirrors are very good. Okay. And the tank, 13 liter. Oh, metallic? No, plastic. Weight reduction, because the overall weight of the bike is 211 kg. And the previous one was metallic tank, but this is plastic. Works fine. 13 liter. Maybe it could be a little bit bigger tank maybe, because if you drive in the dynamic mode, then it will consume more fuel, of course. And like all the BMW passenger cars, also assembled here at the Rayong plant. Cruise control, they all have it. And the F900R also comes with a cruise control. Like Tom Cruise, famous Hollywood hardcore biker. Remember Top Gun and Mission Impossible, where Tom Cruise was riding a BMW Motorrad. And now let's look at the side stand, kickstand. There's also a center stand, but the kickstand here, now if I, like, this angle is a little bit steep. Right, yeah, initially in the beginning, then I got used to it, so no problem. Okay, and finally the color. Our demo unit comes in this delicious San Marino blue metallic with some red design elements. Now the power plant, the engine. A twin 2-cylinder water-cooled 900cc engine pumping out 105 horsepower, 92 Newton meter torque. This machine F900R is assembled at the Rayong plant, Thailand, not far from Chonburi. And the engine is manufactured at the Longjin factory in China. Some people might not like it, but you decide for yourself. By the way, the so-called baby GS 310 is made in India. Enough talk. Now it's getting warm here, so it's time to go for a ride. Another highlight, form and function, Form und Funktion, is the key fob or keyless ride. Let me show you. Steering is locked. Press and hold. Open. Turn on the power. Press. Voila! The TFT color screen lights up like a Christmas tree. And now fire up the engine. Here we are in tropical Chonburi, Thailand. Johnny BikeSanook. I'm on the BMW Motorrad F 900R. Let's start with the driving mode. We got 3 driving modes here: rain, road, and dynamic. So I'm starting off with the rain mode. Feels fine. Alright, and now I'm going to switch to road. Whoa! The torque and the acceleration. Wow! Doing 80. Wow, it puts a big smile on my face. What a bike. And position is a little bit cramped, but overall it's fine for shorter distances. Like I mentioned, rear mirrors are good, the view is fine, and of course the TFT display is just delicious. Perfect. There we go. Whoa, I'm doing 100! Just like that, in 4th gear. What a bike. What a fantastic machine this is. Motorrad by BMW F 900R. I'm only in road mode, not even in dynamic yet. So now I'm going to try the dynamic mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, dynamic, it's like dynamite. Oh, it's like hooligan. Oi, 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 whoa. I'm testing the brakes. Oh, fantastic. Very sharp brakes. With all this power on tap, you need Brembo. You need sharp brakes. And it goes like a bat out of hell. Trust me. My goodness. Woo! What a bike. Ah, handling is perfect. Very sharp brakes and sharp handling. Oh, what else do you need? Oh, I can imagine for younger guys, I'll take this puppy out on the track. Absolutely. Wow. This put a big smile on my face. Oh yeah.
Hello YouTube, this is Kari, video, sound, editor, test rider and so on and so on. Anyway, BMW F 900R. First of all, let's talk about the design. Here in Thailand it really turns heads. It gets a lot of positive feedback from people. People seem to like the way this bike looks. Not only the looks, but one of the things that really impressed me with this bike was the smoothness, overall smoothness. The engine, the power delivery is very smooth, and so is the suspension. I actually kept this bike mostly in road mode, because well, rain mode is a little bit too muted, and dynamic mode, well, it drinks a lot of petrol. My goodness. yeah, so road mode was the way to go. And generally, talking about fuel consumption, if you keep the speed below, let's say 110, 115, the fuel consumption is pretty nice. But as soon as you start a little bit pushing it, you go like 115 plus kilometers per hour. Yeah, even in road mode, this bike gets pretty thirsty. We have to mention, yes, the engine is made in China, which is, personally, I find it a little bit disappointing, because after all, it is BMW, and BMW, you expect the, German engineering and all that. But yeah, just know that the engine is made in China. Some people like it, some people don't like it, some people don't care. Go and test ride the bike and see how you feel about it. And talking about riding the bike, I put this bike through several hundred kilometers, and I have to say, this bike handles very well. It's really easy to ride. The power delivery, like I said, it's very smooth. So even though the acceleration, even in road mode, it's very nice. I really like riding this bike, but it doesn't feel like the bike is going to go and just leave you behind. It's always very controlled. The handling is so nice, the power delivery is so nice, the suspension is very good for Thai roads. The rear suspension you can adjust electronically. My only problems with the bike were the seat and the foot pegs. And yeah, if you watch our videos, you know that I tend to complain about seats. And that's simply because I spend a lot of time on bikes. So yeah, comfort is very important for me. And this bike is kind of it's a little bit annoying because, you know, the engine, the handling, the suspension, they all whisper into your ear that they keep telling you that, yes, let's go for a long ride, let's go for a long ride. And then when you go, wow, after an hour, hour and a half, you really start feeling it. The seat really gets painful, I have to say. And actually, this is the first time ever I got into a situation where my passenger, because I always test the bikes with the passenger as well, and I always have the same passenger so that I get feedback and comments that I can readily compare between the bikes. So yeah, my passenger said that actually the seat is pretty good. So this is the first time ever I was in a situation where the passenger said that the seat is good, and for me as a rider, I wasn't too happy with it. And the other big problem with this bike is the foot pegs. And for these test rides, I always wear the same riding jeans so that I don't get any issues with the fabric and design and all that. So always the same jeans for these tests. And this is the only bike that has consistently trapped my legs. The foot pegs, they just tend to trap your legs when you try to put your feet down. And I had a couple of very not so nice situations filtering, going between the cars at slow speeds, and then trying to put my feet down, and suddenly my leg is stuck with the foot peg. And that wasn't fun, I tell you. But overall, this bike is actually one of the best traffic bikes I've ever tested. Especially I'm talking in terms of Thai traffic that can go really slow and get really jammed. And this bike just handles so well. Apart from the foot pegs, it's so nice in slow traffic. And when the traffic opens up, the acceleration, the way it just pulls and you just leave everyone behind, it's so satisfying. If you're looking for a daily commuter bike that catches the eye and gives you a bit of a kick when you want to go for a bit more exciting rides on your day off, yeah, definitely test BMW F900R.
Johnny BikeSanook, it's time for the verdict, the conclusion. BMW Motorrad F900R. Price, or like some say these days, price point, 525,000 Thai baht. You can also buy an installment, 105,000 Thai baht down payment, and monthly installment, 7,000 per month, and the bike is yours. Think about it. All right, my personal verdict would be, for commuting, okay, urban ride, fine, but for longer distances, maybe, especially at my age, maybe a little bit too cramped. Apart from that, it's a fine machine, absolutely, and lots of power, tons of torque, especially in dynamic mode. The dynamic, I would say, dynamite. Road is also very powerful, even rain mode, fine. What a machine, what a motor rod. This is Johnny and Curry, BikeSanook. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you.